Join me on a journey to uncover the truth behind a strange phenomenon. Monday morning routine. I wake up to the sound of my alarm blaring in my ear, a loud, piercing noise that shatters the silence of the morning. It's a typical Monday morning, with the sun peeking through the blinds, casting a warm glow on the cream-colored walls. I roll out of bed and stumble to the kitchen to start my day, my feet cold on the tile floor. The fluorescent lights above hum to life, casting an eerie glow on the walls as I reach for my favorite mug, a faded black cup with a small chip on the handle. I fill it with steaming hot coffee from my Nespresso machine, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filling the air. The smell is rich and inviting, and I take a sip, feeling the warmth spread through my body. As I wait for the coffee to cool, I start to get ready for work, checking my phone for any notifications and scrolling through my social media feeds. The routine is comforting, a sense of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic world. But as I'm brushing my teeth, I notice something odd. The coffee, which was scalding hot just minutes before, is now at room temperature. I glance at the clock on the wall, a simple white face with black numbers, and see that 4 minutes have passed. I frown, wondering if it's just a fluke, but the inconsistency lingers in my mind. I feel a shiver run down my spine as I realize that something is off, and I'm not sure what it is. The anomaly. I try to recreate the conditions, using the same coffee beans, the same mug, and the same amount of cream. But the results are inconsistent. Some days the coffee takes 11 minutes to cool, while others it takes 9. I start to feel a sense of unease, as if the world around me is shifting and morphing. The fluorescent lights above seem to hum at a slightly different pitch, and the air in the room feels thick and heavy. I try to talk to my colleagues about it, but they just laugh it off, telling me I've been staring at spreadsheets for too long. They don't understand, this is not just about coffee, it's about the fabric of reality. I start to wonder if I'm going crazy, if my perception of time is skewed. I glance out the window, watching as people walk by on the sidewalk, their faces a blur as they rush to and fro. The sound of car horns and chatter fills the air, a constant reminder of the world outside my office. I try to focus on my work, but my mind keeps wandering back to the coffee. I start to notice other strange things, like the clock on the wall seeming to tick at a slightly slower pace than usual. It's almost imperceptible, but it's there, a subtle deviation from the norm. I feel like I'm living in a dream, where the rules of reality no longer apply, and I'm not sure how to wake up. Digging deeper. I start to dig through old records, looking for any clues that might explain what's happening. I spend hours poring over maintenance logs, searching for anything that might be related to the anomaly. The air in the archives is musty and stale, filled with the scent of old paper and dust. I sit at a wooden desk, surrounded by stacks of files and documents, my fingers tracing the lines of text as I scan for any mention of the building's HVAC system. And then I find it, a small, seemingly insignificant note in the building's maintenance log. A note that mentions a temporal adjustment made to the system. I'm not sure what it means, but I know I'm onto something. I start to feel a sense of excitement, a sense of discovery. I'm no longer just a forensic accountant, I'm a detective, searching for the truth. I spend the rest of the day researching, trying to learn more about the temporal adjustment. I read about theories of time dilation, about the possibility of parallel universes. The words on the page seem to blur together as I delve deeper into the mystery, my mind racing with possibilities. I start to feel like I'm on the cusp of something big, something that could change everything. The revelation. As I sit at my desk, sipping my still hot coffee, I realize that the thermal discrepancies and the time distortions are all connected. The clock on the wall seems to be ticking away, marking the passage of time, but I know that time itself is a fragile construct, susceptible to distortions and anomalies. I feel like I'm seeing the world for the first time, like the veil of reality has been lifted. The fluorescent lights above seem to hum in harmony with the clock, creating a sense of symphony in the room. I start to wonder if I'm not just a small part of something much larger, a tiny cog in a much bigger machine. The revelation is both exhilarating and terrifying. I feel like I'm on the edge of a cliff, staring into the abyss, with the wind whipping my hair into a frenzy. But I'm not sure if I'm ready to take the leap. I'm not sure if I'm ready to face the truth. The coffee in my cup seems to be a reminder of the anomaly, a tangible representation of the distortions that are happening around me. I take a sip, feeling the warmth spread through my body, and I know that I have to keep searching for answers. The haunting image. As I sit in the darkness, surrounded by the silence of the night, I start to feel a sense of unease. The clock on the wall seems to be ticking away, but the sound is muffled, distant. I feel like I'm floating in a sea of nothingness, with no anchor to hold on to. The shadows in the room seem to be moving, twisting and turning in ways that don't seem possible. And then I see it, a faint image, a glimpse of something that doesn't belong. A cup of coffee, still steaming hot, sitting on a desk in a room that's not my own. The image is haunting, a reminder that the world is not always as it seems. I'm left with a question that echoes in my mind. What lies beyond the edge of reality, waiting to be discovered? The darkness seems to be pressing in around me, making it hard to breathe. I feel like I'm trapped in a nightmare, with no way out. But I know that I have to keep searching for answers, no matter how terrifying the truth may be. I take a deep breath, feeling the cool air fill my lungs, and I know that I have to keep moving forward, no matter what lies ahead. The lingering question. I'm left with a sense of wonder, a sense of awe. The world is a mysterious place, full of secrets and anomalies. And I'm just a small part of it, a tiny thread in a vast tapestry. I start to think about the implications, about the possibilities. What if the anomaly is not just a local phenomenon, but a global one? What if the distortions in time and space are not just limited to my coffee, but are a symptom of something much larger? The questions swirl in my mind, a maelstrom of possibilities. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of a vast ocean, staring out at the waves as they crash against the shore. The sound of the waves is soothing, a constant reminder of the power and mystery of the universe. I take a step forward, feeling the sand shifting beneath my feet, and I know that I have to keep exploring, keep searching for answers. The sun is setting on the horizon, casting a golden glow over the landscape. I feel a sense of peace, a sense of calm, as I realize that I'm not alone in this journey. I'm part of something much larger, something that transcends the boundaries of time and space. And I know that I'll keep searching, keep seeking, until I find the truth. So, what do you think is really going on? Is it a glitch in the matrix, or just a strange anomaly? Check out the full written version on my blog, linked in the description below. And if you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.